The year is 1864. The American Civil War rages. On the water, a new terror emerges, a metal leviathan lurking beneath the waves. This is the story of Horace Lawson Hunley, the man who dared to dream of a new kind of warfare, a visionary who saw possibilities in the ocean's depths. This is the story of his obsession, his triumphs, and his ultimate sacrifice. Hunley's story is one of relentless pursuit, a quest to conquer the unknown, to build a weapon that could turn the tide of war. His legacy is forever intertwined with the submarine, a machine that would redefine naval combat for centuries to come. But his journey begins far from the ocean's roar, amidst the cotton fields of the American South. Born in Sumner County, Tennessee in 1823, Horace Lawson Hunley was a man of contrasts. A lawyer by trade, his true passion lay in engineering and the allure of the unknown. The sea, vast and mysterious, called to him. He envisioned a world where battles were fought not just on the surface but beneath the waves. Hunley's early life offered no hint of the revolutionary path he would forge, yet a keen intellect and a thirst for innovation burned within him. As the storm clouds of war gathered over the nation, Hunley saw an opportunity. He would turn his attention to a weapon that could tip the scales of power: the submarine. The submarine was not a new concept. Rudimentary designs had existed for centuries, but none had achieved practical success. Hunley, however, saw their potential. He believed that with the right design, a vessel could operate effectively underwater, striking enemy ships from the unseen depths. Partnering with talented engineers James McClintock and Baxter Watson, Hunley embarked on his quest. Their goal to create a submarine capable of navigating submerged, carrying a weapon, and returning safely to the surface. It was a daunting challenge, fraught with technical hurdles and skepticism from those who considered it a fool's errand. The first submarine bearing Hunley's name was a far cry from the sleek, modern vessels we know today. Constructed from a repurposed steam boiler, the Pioneer, as it was dubbed, was a cramped and precarious vessel. Powered by a hand-cranked propeller, it relied on brute strength and delicate maneuvering to navigate the murky depths. Despite its limitations, the Pioneer represented a pivotal step forward. It proved that a submersible craft could be built and operated, however rudimentary. Testing in the waters off New Orleans showed promise, but also highlighted the dangers inherent in underwater navigation. The Pioneer was eventually scuttled to prevent its capture by Union forces. Undeterred, Hunley and his team pressed on, constructing a second, larger submarine. This vessel, also named Hunley in honor of its creator, would prove both a marvel of engineering and a harbinger of tragedy. During testing, disaster struck. The submarine, with Hunley himself at the controls, sank in a test dive, claiming the lives of 5 crewmen. Hunley, miraculously, survived this first tragedy. He was able to escape the sunken vessel, but the loss of his comrades weighed heavily upon him. The dangers of his pursuit were now tragically clear. Yet the dream lived on, fueled by a desperate need to break the Union blockade that was crippling the Confederacy. Rebirth and refinement. The Hunley transformed. The second Hunley was salvaged and, under the guidance of its namesake, underwent significant modifications. The vessel was lengthened, its ballast tanks redesigned, and its weapon system refined. This iteration of the Hunley, the third and final version, would become a legend. The submarine, now armed with a spar torpedo, a charge mounted on a long pole designed to be rammed into enemy hulls, was a weapon unlike any the world had ever seen. It was a testament to Hunley's vision and the tireless efforts of his team. But its moment of truth was fast approaching. A daring gambit, the Hunley's final mission. On the evening of February 17, 1864, the H.L. Hunley embarked on its most daring mission. Its target, the USS Housatonic, a powerful Union warship blockading Charleston Harbor. Under the command of Lieutenant George Dixon, 8 brave men volunteered for a mission from which they might never return. The Hunley, a phantom in the dark, approached the unsuspecting Housatonic. The torpedo struck true, detonating with a roar that shook the harbor. The Housatonic, mortally wounded, sank beneath the waves. The Hunley had achieved the unthinkable, the first successful submarine attack in naval history. But victory came at a terrible price. Legacy of innovation. The impact of Hunley's vision. The H.L. Hunley, however, did not return that night. Lost to the depths, its fate a mystery for over a century. When the wreckage was finally discovered in 1995, it sparked a new wave of fascination with Hunley's story. The submarine, carefully raised and conserved, stands today as a monument to the ingenuity and sacrifice of its creators. Hunley's legacy extends far beyond the murky waters of Charleston Harbor. His relentless pursuit of innovation, his willingness to challenge the impossible, laid the groundwork for the submarine's evolution into a decisive weapon of war. A name etched in history. Horace Lawson Hunley, the plantation lawyer turned submarine pioneer, did not live to see the full impact of his creation. He perished aboard his second submarine, a casualty of his own relentless pursuit. Yet his name lives on, forever linked to the daring vessel that changed naval warfare forever. The H.L. Hunley stands as a testament to the power of human ingenuity, the courage of those who dare to push the boundaries of the possible, and the enduring allure of the mysteries hidden beneath the waves. It is a story of innovation, sacrifice, and the enduring legacy of a man who dared to dream beneath the waves.